Jelly Bean Sweets, a 20-year-old girl on TikTok who has 2 million followers and posts content like Just Dance videos and mukbangs. But she doesn't really post Just Dance videos anymore. That's how she started, that's not how she's ended. She has definitely ended the mukbang niche. So when Jelly Bean Sweets first started posting content, it was very innocent, very wholesome. Her first few videos were her baking, dancing, very light-hearted stuff, nothing problematic at all.
I'm Bud, play more Just Dance. I hope to see y'all there.
But then she fell into the trap of mukbangs. And we have seen Nikocado Avocado go down that path. Look how that ended for him. Before the thinness. Nikocado Avocado fell into the trap of making money from eating. And he put on tons and tons of weight. With Jelly Bean Sweets, it seems to me that she's going down that exact same path. Because you can see at the start of her TikTok videos, she was one size. You look at her now and she has clearly put on some weight, and the food that she's eating is having a negative impact on her life. And I'm not trying to judge Jelly Bean Sweets in any sort of way of how she looks, but I will say the food is not doing her any good. And that is the problem with mukbang style videos, is that a lot of people get validation from others and they continue to do it. And the second they start making money from it, they continue to do it more. And so she's fallen into this little trap, the mukbang trap of if you stop, you're going to stop making money. If she continued doing her Just Dance videos, she could have made money that way. Would it take longer if she did it that way? Maybe, potentially, but she looked a lot happier, in my opinion, in her Just Dance videos. Because when I look at her videos now, something seems different. The fact that she's eating the food at 1,000,000 miles an hour, and like, kind of props to her, because I would have the worst indigestion, and like, how do you do that? Because I just couldn't. Like, I'm a fast eater, but the fact that she can take a bite and then take another bite on top of one another and just have a full of food is somewhat impressive, I guess. But like, if I ate like that, my pop would crucify me. I came from a family of like, do not put your elbows on the table. And if you did, you'd get them slapped off. Props to her, but I would be crucified if I ate like that. And so I kind of feel bad for Jelly Bean Sweets that she's fallen into this trap, because she can't really stop now. Well, she can, and change the narrative of her TikTok page, but I don't think she will, because at the end of the day, she is getting a dopamine hit from the food, from the money, from validation from others. The comments on some of her TikToks are like, girl, slow down, and some of them are like, do what you want, like, don't take the hate, keep going, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, we all know this isn't good for her. We all know this is very, very unhealthy. But when it comes to food, it seems like there's a, okay, yeah, that's acceptable. But if I compare it to like a girl that's telling you not to eat, you would be like, that's not good. But for some reason, her eating a lot of food is okay. But both things aren't good for you in any sort of way. It's like if I was smoking a packet of cigarettes, chain smoking, you would be like, girl, you are gonna get lung cancer by doing that. So it's like, why is this all acceptable? Yes, it's her body, she can do what she wants, but I think it can be very triggering for people who have had like a binge eating disorder or some sort of ED. I feel like it could be very triggering for them. But I know a lot of people find comfort in watching this style of video, and that's why this niche is so popular. I get it. And I guess the other thing is like, would we look at this situation if a skinny girl was doing it? Maybe not, but then you would know that the girl isn't doing this all the time and it isn't having a big negative impact on her life and on her body. But I guess for Jelly Bean Sweets, it's a daily occurrence of her eating thousands and thousands of calories, and you can see in her appearance that she's clearly put on weight. The fact that we're promoting very unhealthy habits and lifestyle baffles me. Why are we rewarding people for this? Because that's how people get stuck in these situations, is they feel like they can't stop. And I don't blame Jelly Bean Sweets for continuing to do this style of mukbangs. I really can't, because At the end of the day, we all need money to survive. But the fact is that she has chosen the money over maybe her morals, maybe her standards. Because when I look at Jelly Bean Sweets now, is she doesn't look happy. The way she's eating, she doesn't look happy. Like, I feel like in some of her TikToks, she smiles to show that everything's okay, I'm fine. But then when she goes back to eating, it's like there's something missing. She looks like she's somewhat in pain. And I don't blame her because it looks painful to eat like that. Impressive, but painful. And I don't know how her belly is processing all that food. To me, Jelly Bean Sweets doesn't look happy. I don't know how long she's going to continue on and do this, but for right now, I guess she's still going to do this sort of content, but her body will never be the same if she continues to be like this. You've only got one body. You don't want to end up like one of the 600-pound sisters.
How many calories is left to burn?
Hell if I know.
I think 30-something.
Probably more than that.
If that's the case, we shouldn't be skinny, right?
And end up with loose skin and need to have surgery to get rid of it all. And I'm not saying that's what is going to happen to her. That will take a few years to come.
You girl, you fat.
If she doesn't change her content and she just continues to do this type of content, the trap is going to get bigger. She's going to get more stuck in this situation. And so I really hope Jelly Bean Sweets can see that it's not worth it. Don't do it. Don't do it for the validation of others. And so I hope she recognizes that this is a dark, dark path that she is headed down if she continues this. And like, your 20s are your prime. You have fun in your 20s. You don't want to have to worry about your health at this sort of age. Just have fun. Food will always be there. Slow down, girly, and just think, you know what? It's not worth it. It's not worth it. The money is not worth it. Because at the end of the day, you have to live with your body. You have to live with your choices. And if money is what you want more, then yeah, continue on. Do what you want, girl. But I'm just saying, it's not worth it. Don't feed into the feeder community, which I think she might have. And if you don't know what feedism is, it's when people get off watching other people put on weight, watching people eat tons and tons of food, which she might have potentially fallen into that side of the internet, and Lord help her get out of it. But we've seen a lot of people go through this sort of mukbang feederism, and it's just not worth it, in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think on Jelly Bean Sweets. I would love to know. Do you think she's happy, doing her thing, living her best life? Or do you think this is a very problematic situation? Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment. Remember to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.